All right. All right, everybody, welcome to another great podcast-ish vlog with Nate. Nate, you are my Uncle Mike's number one guest, I'm pretty sure. So shout
Oh,
out to him.
sweet.
Yeah, he loves them. He mentioned you specifically.
That's
You met him, you
awesome.
know him, but like he loves, yeah.
I think it rings a bell.
Well, it's Chris's dad.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
We went to their
remember.
backyard, and he's the
Yeah,
only person who doesn't think you look like Steve Martin. Everyone
really.
else, you know, on Earth would probably think that knows Steve Martin,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's like, I don't see it.
I don't know. I,
But
I kind of saw it once somebody told me and they showed me a picture of
yeah,
like me next to him. I was like, I'm
yeah,
sold.
that's you.
I tried to reach out to him on Twitter, but he never answered.
Oh, well, now that you're on this, he'll reach out. I
Yeah,
think
you
he
know
probably
what? I think
he
I've got
probably
enough
watches this.
followers. I'm an influencer now. I think
Yeah,
I think he's ready to be influenced by me.
by you. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you could be Steve Martin, the next generation,
sure. Yeah.
like Star Trek.
Big,
Speaking of the
big shoes to
next,
fill.
speaking of the next generation,
Yeah.
you're now a father.
I am.
So
I'm
a little bit of a life change.
participating in the ongoing generations of the human race before we
That
all go extinct in about like 50 years. So,
I wonder if it is 50. But I did read or heard a fun fact that the sun gets bigger every year.
yeah.
And in like I forget how many billions of years it's gonna swallow up the earth.
Yeah.
So enjoy this show while you can.
Also,
To anyone
we're
out there.
in about, I think it's like 4.5 billion years, our galaxy is going to collide with our closest neighbor. I think it's Andromeda.
Oh, okay.
But interesting, it sounds scary, but interestingly enough, there's so much space in between like the solar systems in the galaxies that there's almost going to be no like physical collision. If that makes sense.
But
Like
they
there's
so they
just so
collide, but
much
nothing
they collide
happens.
like the whole galaxies do, but then like no planets. I mean, the chance that our planet would like hit something else, another planet or a sun,
Mm-hmm.
is like so minuscule.
Oh, okay. Well, look at that little ray
I
of
got a
hope.
lot of space facts if you want to talk about space. I'm kind of obsessed
Yeah,
with space.
one time, and I don't have it in here. I'll have to show you after. I have a book I got here that was like a fake guide to the galaxy, not the Hitchhiker's Guide. This is like a
Okay.
fake travel guide, and it tells you all about like the planets and what it would be like to
That
visit
was
there.
that's
And
fun.
yeah, space. That's good. I didn't know. I didn't know we shared an
Yeah,
interest in
common
space in
interests.
common.
Yeah. Yeah. We thought
Um,
bowling was our only common interest, but now
I wouldn't even call it a common interest because I was pretty
no.
bad at it. I was just going there to make friends, and look what happened. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
But to the detriment of people who took it seriously. So sorry, Irvin.
I didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say
I
it
was
wasn't
never
me. It
good.
was
Yeah, I was yeah.
yeah. Sorry, Irvin.
Um, but so what is overall? What is it like? What's the difference between not being a dad and being a dad?
Honestly, I thought it would be like I never really like I always wanted to be a dad, but I never envisioned like when that moment would be. Like
Mm,
I thought at some point like I'd just be like, oh, like now is the perfect time. And that never really came. And I heard a lot of parents say the same thing. It's just kind of
right.
like you're not gonna ever have like a perfect moment. And I thought when I first became a dad, like I would just be very overwhelmed and things would like everything would change. Honestly, it's not that. I'm not trying to like downplay some of the difficulties of parenting, but it's not that bad, right? I think
Mm,
you sort of ease into it. You start with a baby that just sleeps constantly and then just feeds
right.
here and there, and then he just slowly becomes like more awake. So I think you just kind of like learn as he's learning, you learn along the way, and I don't know. It's been a lot of fun.
That's good.
I've
Fun
also
is good.
enjoyed. I've loved being off of work. Like there's so many people that I
I
talked to that
forgot
were
about that.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're like, oh, after 8 weeks, I was bored. I was ready to go back to work. I I'm 8 weeks into my leave right now. I could retire. I love this. Like I don't
Oh,
want to work
nice.
ever again.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know. Let's make this dream come true.
Yeah, that's
The
the goal.
fire movement.
Yeah, the
Um,
fire movement.
yeah. Well, that's good then. And the poop diapers are okay. We were talking about this beforehand, but they're managed. I would
They're
throw up.
manageable.
I
Yeah.
just made it clear I would completely throw up the
Although
first
I
few
will
times.
say I didn't realize, I mean, we just realized, I'd say recently, that there's little like flaps kind of on the inside of the diaper that you're supposed to pull out to
Oh,
prevent
yeah.
prevent it from like leaking out.
Oh,
And it took a few like accidents like that to start to figure out like
to
what can we
know.
do to prevent this. And then we found those things, and
And you know what?
Yeah,
This
it's
is
tough.
good to know later in life too. This is
Yeah,
good to know
yeah,
when you're
exactly.
like in
When you're
your
on
like
adult
90s.
diapers, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
The
gotta fold
flaps.
out the flaps. Yeah,
You don't want it running down your leg.
exactly.
Um, no, that's good. And I was actually just chatting beforehand with your son, and he loved it. Just
Yeah.
so the audience
I mean,
knows.
he was
I mean, he was intrigued.
focused, very, very focused.
I'm an interesting person, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
I think he didn't really see you. I think he just saw colors on a screen and was just
Mm.
like
He seemed to be into
following
what I was
colors.
talking about, though.
Mm, I highly doubt it.
Well, we'll see. And then at some point, we'll talk about this at the end as always, but it'd be great to see you in person again. But let's get you out here. What are the odds of that?
Odds of that? I mean, I'm down for it. I'm trying to, I mean, there's no way that we're gonna be like anchored to New Jersey just because we have a kid. So we're definitely gonna fly. We're actually flying for my sister's wedding the first time with him in August. So we'll see how it goes. I guess he'll
Oh,
be
okay. That's yeah.
he'll be about 5 months old then.
Wow. How old is he now?
He's 2 months.
2 months. You just said this
Yeah.
before. I'm losing my memory. I swear. It's so bad. And
Yeah.
that's why this game will be hard today. You're also not supposed to agree with that, but yeah.
I mean, I've been losing my memory since I was born. So like I don't know that it's like age correlated always.
That's true. Speaking of memory, the segues are like we rehearsed this, but we
Oh, we
didn't. This
did.
is all
We did.
we did. I made him. I was like, and he's like, I'm really tired. I'm taking care of my son. I was like, well, you have to do this because I pay you $0. Um, Today we're actually going to do a kind of how well do we know each other game. So I found this,
Oh, fun.
the best friend game. They don't have the best coworker game.
Yeah, that's a
Unfortunately, I
shame.
tried because I
I think
tried. And
friend is a strong word, but we'll
yeah,
go with it for
yeah,
today.
I just want them to know because we might have mentioned this previously that you did refer to me as a coworker to your sister when I'd say we were pretty solidly friends at that point, and I'll never forget it. So
Yeah.
that's all.
I think you bring it up probably every time that we talk.
Yeah, and it'll
So
until
it's not bothering you at all, I'm sure.
no, no, I'm not about to cry. But so they don't have that. So we're just gonna try this. The best friend game.
Wait, I just need to quickly explain myself. I was trying to
Mm,
explain how I knew you, not
mm-mm.
necessarily like what's the current status of our relationship,
I,
you know? So it's
no,
more like a quick explanation of
yeah,
where I knew you from, not necessarily like he's not my friend, he's just an acquaintance.
that is a great explanation after the fact. As I recall, it went. You said, "Oh, I'm with my coworker right now." So your sister, not I'm with
Well,
my friend. But like
well,
you
I
could have
mean,
explained like later. Like
I
that's
should have
yeah,
said like with my friend from work. That would have been
yeah,
a better like I guess explanation of what was going through my head. But
yeah. Just for next time. But
yeah.
this is nonetheless, I think, important that we do this. Make sure we know each other well. And you have such a good. You're always asking me questions and have such a good memory. I know you're gonna
Oh
just
yeah.
nail this. These questions which I've hand selected. I don't know if I'm good at it, to
All
be
right.
honest.
Well, if is there a score? Are we keeping score? Or?
Well, there technically is. I didn't even look up the
Yeah,
rules,
I'd say I would just
unsurprisingly. But
suggest we don't keep score, and
okay, yeah, I was just gonna read them
hopefully our memories are so
because
bad that we don't even remember how badly we do at this. And,
I
you
completely
know,
agree, and I'm about to burp, so I just forgive
just
me in
edit
advance.
it and post.
Oof. And that one tasted like lunch. So anyway, all right. Aren't you glad we're friends? See? Uh, Here we go. What year did we first meet?
Oh, this one's easy.
Do you? I don't even know. I actually
Really?
honestly don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
I mean, I know we
was
started bowling together. I don't know what year that was.
oh, that was 2015. October. I'm pretty sure it's October of 2015.
October,
Well, I guess September if the
maybe
league
probably
started.
September. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Did you
I
know?
remember the first time
Yeah.
we like probably met outside of bowling was October.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I didn't even know that or
I
the
mean, it's
year.
easier for me because I
You're like, what is this?
graduated college in
Mm.
2015.
Hmm.
That's when I started at Google
That is
out
a good
there in the
memory.
Bay.
Yeah,
And then I started right away in the bowling league.
I graduated also with a 5 at the end, but it was
Mm,
10 years before you. That's
yeah.
why it was harder for me.
Right, right.
But despite our generational difference, I was like cool enough that you're like, I could be friends with this guy. Is that
Yeah,
what you thought when
you
we
just
first met?
add a decade to like
Yeah.
any date or time in your head and you're there.
Did you like going back to this more important question? Did you kind of think like, oh, I could be friends with this guy right away?
Yeah. Yeah,
Did you
for
really?
sure.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That actually is very nice of you.
Yeah. I mean,
I
to
think
me,
I
age
felt this.
doesn't matter. I was friends
Yeah,
with Irvin. He was like
that's
over
true.
twice my age.
That's true. But and I actually thought like, okay, I could probably be friends with this person. I usually know within a few seconds, and then it's like, how far will I go until I suffocate him? I don't think that hit until 3 years later.
Yeah,
So
I think we
yeah,
had some time. We had some good times.
yeah. So between that, that's good that you remembered that. That actually makes me feel special.
Yeah.
So thank you. Now I
You're
remember
welcome.
September 2015. That took me a
Yes.
second again. Okay. That I don't know why I pulled this card, so we're gonna get rid of that for now. What's my favorite vacation spot? I'll
Oh,
answer
that's
yours.
easy.
Yes.
It's Disneyland
So it's actually a tie. That you know what, you're.
or Hawaii.
I actually would say this other
Actually,
thing more than Hawaii.
oh wait, I don't know actually.
It's
Do I
actually
not know?
any national park,
I was gonna. Oh, I was
but I
trying to think of
mainly
which national park you would
yeah, but it's kind
prefer.
of any yeah,
Okay,
but it's tied. So I
it's
give
a
you credit.
tie. Wow,
For you,
I need to think.
okay, I think I have no idea for you.
To be honest, I don't even know if I know for myself.
I don't know what. Yeah, Europe. You don't just go
Mm,
with it because I said it. Either.
no, honestly, I really did like Hawaii.
Okay, there. Yeah.
I think Maui is like my speed.
Did you go to Never mind. Why Maui? Actually, before I just jump to
Why
like,
Maui?
did you
Well,
go here? Yeah.
I've only been to Oahu, which I didn't really go outside the big city. So it's
You didn't
kind of
go
hard
outside
to say.
Honolulu.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
go like North Shore or anything. So I should give Oahu a second chance. And we did go hiking on Oahu, and that was really cool. Um, been to Maui, and it was just really like laid back and chill.
Hmm.
Just kind of a lot of it was a good mix, I'd say, of like beach time, or if you wanted to go inland, and it was small enough that you could get around the island. Like,
Yeah.
and then we went to the Big Island, and the Big Island was just almost too big. Like,
Yes. Agree. I mean,
I
yeah.
remember driving to the like Volcano National Park,
Hmm.
and it taking forever, and it's just one road. And it was like totally different weather over there, and I don't know, it was almost too large because we also stayed up like a cliff pretty far, so we weren't very close to the beach, and it was just like at least a 45-minute drive or an hour to literally anything we wanted to do.
Yeah.
um,
Yes. That sounds right for
yeah,
Hawaii.
so I did like Maui, but I do like Pacific Islands like in general way
Hmm.
more than Caribbean. I think Caribbean, it's just like there's way more people, it's way more populated, and usually not as like nice of nature
Right.
scenes or hiking or
I could see that because I've never been to any of the Caribbean or Caribbean. I always say Caribbean for pirate stuff. I always just say
oh, I
Caribbean
already
in
said
like
that.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
think I
I'm
do the same.
confused too. Yeah. But those never look as good from when I do watch Wheel of Fortune, and that's the prize, which it very often is,
Yeah,
compared to if they win
it's
Hawaii.
dirt
Hawaii
cheap.
always looks better. Yeah, Hawaii always looks a step up.
Yeah,
So if I ever make it on Wheel of Fortune, I won't be choosing that
it's kind of
prize,
fun
just so they
because
know.
Wheel of Fortune's based in LA, right?
Yes, but all their vacations for the most part are Caribbean, sometimes Costa
Right.
Rica, and then when they're really feeling like splurging, European vacations,
Hmm.
which are actually
Yeah.
like nice in
Yeah.
comparison. But
I don't know. I haven't been too far in Europe yet. Mostly just London. I've been to London a few times.
mhm.
And then we just did that trip in France. But we're going to Italy this summer, so
Oh,
another
are you
shot.
taking the baby,
No,
the
baby
Bambino?
and mom are staying here, and it's me,
Uh,
my sister, her fiance, and then my other sister.
Got it.
Wait,
Well, that'd
brother.
be fun. I've never been to. While you figure out who's going, I've never been to Italy, but I've heard everyone loves it. Like everyone who's
Yeah,
been there loves it. So I would like to go there.
yeah,
My art history teacher used to always. She was so proud that she like had been there multiple times and talked about the museums like a little too much, and so she'd
yeah.
over enunciate too everything or overpronounce it. Her husband was Italian, but she was American. So I remember she'd tell us, she's
Mm.
like, so this artist in Fiorenza, and that was like Florence,
She's
and
like
she like,
obsessed that she can like
yeah,
pronounce it correctly. Yeah.
yeah, and like light dark is called chiaroscuro, but she'd be like,
Okay.
so this painting has chiaroscuro. Just like, let's take it down a couple notches. Like, you speak Italian, but I think you're overdoing it for that.
Yeah, I'm most excited for like the just seeing like the countryside, eating good food, drinking good wine. But I think the other, like my sister and her fiance are like really obsessed about the like museums. They've got like every day. I think
Like
we're
an
gonna be seeing
itinerary.
yeah, like a very specific itinerary.
I'm not
I'm
into
the type of person
itineraries.
just kind of like show up with loose ideas of like, oh, we want to see
Yes,
that, we want to see
that's
this.
how I am.
But in general, just kind of like winging it a little bit, just going
Yep.
out every day and seeing what you see.
We should have vacationed together as we almost did in Japan because I am the same way. Even though I
You
think I
should have come to
sometimes suffocate you, I think we're mostly the same way.
honestly, I want to go back to Japan and I don't know of anyone else who wants to go with me. So if you're still down, we should
Yes,
do it.
I am. So I will.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind. Stay tuned
Yeah,
for
put a
that
pin
video.
in
It's
that.
coming at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm the same way. And museums also exhaust me at a certain point. Like I like going, but I don't read every plaque because that's going to take forever, and then I get too like overwhelmed. And I could do museums for like an hour, but towards the end, I
Yeah.
start just browsing at the things. I can't like take the time to read everything.
Yeah. Like when we were in Paris, when we went to the Louvre, like
Yeah, same.
we
Yeah,
spent maybe like an hour and a half or 2 hours, which was a good amount of time. And we only saw like one wing out of I don't know how many, and like one or two floors of it. And
yeah,
then we're just like, all right, well, we're not gonna go back and see the rest. We're done. We got the
yeah. We did.
gist.
You saw the Mona Lisa then?
Yeah, we saw the
Yes,
Mona
yes.
Lisa, but like behind 20 people that were
Right.
packed
There's like
together.
a billion
Yeah.
people. Yeah, and
It's
then
like this big and
right. It is very small. Did you see
yeah,
the one like that other famous one? And I forget who painted it. The like European, not the European, the French Revolution one with the kid with the gun, and
maybe,
then the woman and her boobs are out and she's holding the French flag. It's a very
maybe.
famous one.
It sounds famous.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'm doing a
familiar.
great job explaining it. Very cultured. All right, so let's at least we determined we'd vacation together because we have the same approach. That was the most important piece to get out of that. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me?
Hmm. There's a lot. I'm trying to sift through.
For
I
you
don't
or me?
it's for you, right?
Yeah,
I need to
you're
guess for
trying to
you.
say-
Yeah. I honestly I don't know if your most embarrassing moment happened while I was there, and I don't know that you would tell me your most embarrassing moment, you know.
Yeah, what were you thinking before I tell you what I'm thinking? Because I'm actually very curious if there were so many.
No, I was making a joke mostly. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Nothing jumps out of like something that was
Yeah, I don't
embarrassing.
think in front of you it's ever happened, but speaking of Europe, when I went to France for work, I went to the cafe to get food and in the office and was holding my tray and I had my laptop in my backpack and my foot caught a chair and I just completely ate it. Tray went everywhere. The plates cracked. Everyone turned. I was like dying. Like I could feel the
Yeah,
embarrassment. And this still beats like first grade when I peed my pants at school and
yeah,
blamed it on someone else. It beats
I
that.
think
Or when
so.
I farted and blamed someone else in sixth grade. So that seems to be a thing I used to do. I think I would take credit now, maybe. But yeah, it was super loud. The staff had to come help me. It was really embarrassing. I don't know how the other people didn't laugh. I mean, it looked like slapstick comedy,
Yeah.
but
I think
yeah,
tripping is one of those things that like feels the worst.
there's no
Like
control.
there's no control and it just feels so embarrassing because you know there's no like graceful way to trip and you just
No.
look ridiculous and
Yes.
everyone's going to see you do it. Everyone's going to stare. It's just probably the worst thing to happen, but it's so common. Like if I
Right.
just think how easy it is to trip, I don't know.
I know. See?
Like one wrong step and you trip and then your life is over.
Yeah, just like this.
Yeah,
It was really
socially, not
embarrassing.
like yeah,
Could be if you like fell into like a pit
just
or
a
something.
random pit
Just like
of snakes.
or the volcano or snakes.
Yeah, that's
For
true.
you, I'm gonna go with again because nothing actually happened around the two of us. I would say, but I'm just gonna go with this because it happened to me. Like peeing your pants in some form.
I don't think it really happened. I mean, I'm sure it happened when I was a kid, but not so much that it mentally scarred me, I guess, that I'd remember it.
Hmm,
Um,
that's good. You're comfortable with it.
I have one. So when I think it was like 12. I was hanging out with a friend who's like 3 or 4 years older than me. And at the time, like that's a big deal, right? He was like
That is a big
16.
difference when you're a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was hanging
It's
out with
like if I hung
him.
out with you when I was 20 and you were 10.
Yeah, that, that would be really weird.
It's good to think
Well,
of
it
it that
wasn't,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't quite that much, but yeah, he was, so I guess I was 12, he was like 16, all of this, and I was hanging out with his friends too, and
Yeah.
they were all like 16, 17. And it was like a group of guys and girls, and they were all like cool. I think some of them were like smoking cigarettes. I don't know, something stupid that you do in high school.
Right.
But I was still in like middle school, and I didn't really have much to contribute to whatever conversation they were having, right? So I'm just literally on the outside, like feeling that awkward, like why am I even here? But I'm here because I'm his friend, but I want to try to be cool, right? So that was going through my head. And I remember this girl started talking about like guys picking her up all the time,
Mm,
right? And I didn't
okay.
know what that meant, right? I didn't know
Right.
that that meant like, hitting on her.
You
And
thought, yeah.
yeah,
Right.
I meant like
Like
I thought
picking her up.
physically, yeah. And I made some dumb comment about, oh yeah, like people do that to me all the time because I'm so small. And then everyone,
Uh,
I think people, I couldn't remember if people went dead silent and just skipped over it and were like, what did this kid just say?
yeah.
Or if they like cracked, like just were just laughing. And then I just remember that being burned in my memory. It's like a very embarrassing moment.
Yeah. No, that stands out.
Yeah.
You were picked up though. So, you just wanted to share.
Just wanted to share. And I don't know by who. Like when I think about my life, I don't know.
Like
I
who
was
it
really
was.
short though, so who knows?
Were you?
I was really short. Up
I mean, like, welcome
until
to the club. I mean, I've lived with that my
I
whole
mean, I
life,
had
but yeah.
my nickname was Micro all the
Oh,
way until like ninth grade, I
at
think,
least you got that
because
growth spurt that never happened to
yeah,
me. At least you got it.
true.
I was looking
I
at a
was
picture. Yeah.
I think it was 4'10", 4'10" or 4'11" until 10th grade in high school.
Oh, okay.
I think ninth or 10th is when I grew like 6 inches in a year.
I wish I had that. Yeah, I was looking at a picture of us on my like Nest Hub, and I sometimes forget how much taller you are than me because my head, because I'm used to like extra tall people around me all the time.
Okay.
And I'm used to
Yeah.
everyone being taller than me anyway. But then when I see our picture, I'm like, you're noticeably taller than me. In my head, I always
Yeah.
think we're like the same, and we're definitely not.
And then just remember that I'm the average height at 5'9". So
I don't have tissue here, so we're gonna move on. Okay. I'm thinking of a word. What is it?
poop.
So close. Fart.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Come
I
on,
knew
fart.
it. I knew
Yeah.
it.
Why didn't you?
I knew it. I should have.
Yeah. Hello.
I was
More than poop.
I was in the exact same ballpark, so I get credit for that.
But you should know. You've heard my farts.
True. And smelled them.
I don't know if I've ever heard your. Yeah. I was about to say they don't, but I can't even say that with a straight face. I don't think I've ever heard you fart.
Yeah, mine aren't audible.
Boring.
I think they're
That's
just
so boring.
yeah. They're normal. So
I don't think they're normal. I mean, farts usually have a sound.
mm,
It's part of the joy of them.
I want to talk to your doctor about that one.
That is probably true. For you, do you have a word?
I mean, I have a word.
Okay, I'm gonna guess. So you got poop stuck in your head now, though. So you might be going down the same path.
No, I'll give you this hint. I cleared that from my brain and just thought, for me, what's the first thing I think of?
McDonald's.
No, but that's a good one. I haven't had McDonald's in a while, which is
You
a
need to
really
go
good
back.
thing.
No, you
No,
need to
I
go
don't.
back.
No,
You used to have it a lot. Your body's gonna be in shock.
no,
Wait,
it's
what was it?
gaming.
Should have thought of that. That's your
Should
number
have
one.
thought of that.
It was both of our number
It's
one hobbies.
exactly. Yeah, if that's a hobby for you.
Yeah. Shoot. Okay. Well, now I know. Look at this next one. Again, segues. What's my go-to fast food restaurant? Note, it must have a drive-through. Yours is clearly McDonald's. It was in the past. I know you've.
It was in the past. It's changed to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is my
Interesting.
go-to.
I guess we went to Chick-fil-A when we last saw
Yeah.
each other in
I mean, I
person.
feel like it wasn't that common out in the Bay.
They had one though. Remember you and I went that time? I said, "Oh, I wish I recorded this day because it was a
Oh
lovely
yeah.
day." And it's
Yeah,
before
but
COVID hit hard.
they're
Right before that.
everywhere over here.
Yeah, there's one
And
10 minutes from here where I'm in
there you go.
Oregon. So
Yeah.
reason for you to come out.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A, I'd say is my new one. For you? Trying to think. We didn't eat fast. Well, we did.
Well, especially when like
I'd say
my
In and
cousins were
Out.
involved. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Correct. I love In and Out. Still do.
Yeah.
There aren't many out here in Oregon. I don't know if there are
Oh,
any.
what is it like? White Castle up there or something?
No, no White Castle either. But they do have Burgerville. Is their own
Burgerville.
like local thing.
Okay. Oh, is a local
So
thing.
yeah,
I thought that
like
was like a
that's like
Northwest chain.
but I think it's only Portland area.
Okay.
Mike's is a place that just started popping up that's getting super popular that I've not tried.
Thanks.
Mike's.
We have
Never
a
tried it.
habit here. Did I tell you that?
Ah, no.
I thought it was
Can
a
it take you
West Coast
back?
thing only. Yeah, because like
Yeah,
I never saw anything on the East Coast, and then I saw one. It's like 30 minutes from here.
nice. The habit. Um, does that remind you of us?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's good. It's still good. They have a
Yeah.
veggie burger option that's really good.
Oh, that's nice. Do you eat meat now, or are you?
I eat meat, but it's a lot less than I used to. So
I've
I
always,
just try to
yeah,
limit it to like special occasions or like when we eat out or something.
right. That's healthy. I don't eat meat that often just because I've never. I always even order the veggie things first before meat, which
Right.
Kevin and Chris,
Yeah. Oh,
cousin,
I'm sure.
for people
Just
who don't know, made fun of me for a lot. But that's actually usually what I want.
especially Chris.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna burp again. Maybe burping is my other hobby, my other word.
I think so.
Ooh,
Again, I think that's something you should talk to your doctor about.
yeah, yeah, probably. Okay, this next one. I know this. I'm curious if you know for me. What's my dad's first name?
So the John jumped into my head. It is?
You got it. So I like how you
Yeah.
didn't even know. But yeah, I'm the third.
No, I
think,
did
yeah.
know, but I
Okay.
doubted myself because I was like, do I have a weird association in my brain that isn't true? Or yeah, I thought it
No,
was
you're
John.
right. I know yours.
Yeah.
Keith.
Yep. That's
I'm
right.
proud I knew this. That's why I picked the card. But look at us. We both know.
Look
I
at
wanted you
us.
to fail at mine and for me to say
Oh
it's
yeah.
John,
Well,
but you didn't, surprisingly.
you're not winning this game. I actually think we're
No.
doing pretty well.
I think we know each other pretty well. There's
Yeah.
definitely room for knowing each
Proof.
other more. Do I believe in aliens? Yes or no?
No. Yes.
So my answer, I just had this conversation at work actually.
Okay.
I don't believe either way because there's no proof that's been real proof yet. But the universe is so huge. Who are we to say that there aren't other life forms out there? But everything's been like speculative proof, where people saying like have been to Area 51. I know what
Right.
it's like there, and then
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's still no like official proof. So I'm more like it could be, and it could not be. There's just no definitive proof.
Sure.
What's your answer? Yes.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm gonna go
that
with
is
yes.
that's very similar, honestly, to what I think, which is I know that we have zero proof that aliens exist, right? There's no secret government conspiracy that's like keeping stuff on lockdown. There's no way. Like the government's so incompetent, like that would leak if that were true. And even if it leaked, like, I don't know. I like the people who think that there's proof that aliens exist somewhere on this planet. There's not, right? I also think that
Right.
I forget there's this guy. This guy's name is in this like great filter theory, which is that because the universe is so vast and because we can only communicate at a certain speed, there's like no chance that we'll actually reach like other life forms, right? that we won't be able to communicate with them because we're
Like
just
the
too
light
far.
years are like off by the time
Yeah.
the message comes through.
Exactly. So
That's sad.
I believe in that. I'm pretty darn sure. I mean, just the chance that life doesn't exist anywhere is like so small, given just all the factors I think of what we know about the universe. I think there's
Right.
life elsewhere. It's just like we're never gonna know or communicate with them,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
interesting. Doing that's a sad
kind of
thought.
very depressing.
Yeah, because it's like just too
Honestly,
late.
but it might be for the best because I've seen a lot of like, I don't know if there's scientists or whatever have theorized that if we do come in contact with another like life form, that there's a high probability that they're more advanced than us and they'll just like kill us or something.
Right. If Independence Day taught us anything,
Exactly.
yeah.
Or they won't
Well, that was
bother because we're like too dumb, you know?
yeah, it's extremely true. It seems like yeah, there's a lot of things I could say about that. But okay, no, now we know that we don't know, kind of. Do I procrastinate? Yes or no? We'll get back to that one.
Yes,
I threw that in on purpose. I do. But things I don't like to do, I'll
exactly.
procrastinate. What about, yeah, you do too?
That's pretty normal. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I procrastinate on pretty much everything in my life, even things that I like to do,
Yeah.
like, or
That I could
want to
see with
do.
you.
It
Yeah, yeah.
just, everything is until the last minute.
Yeah. You procrastinate.
Exactly. I mean, my name's in it.
Um,
I have to do it.
you have to do it. You didn't laugh as much as I'm trying not to at that joke I made. Um, like, but like, if you wanted to play a game, that would be like that.
That's true. That would come
That's the
instantly.
one thing I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if I have personal projects, just stuff I want to like code up and like I want to do it. I enjoy doing it, but I just be like, you know what, I'll do it later or I'll get to it at some other point.
Yeah. Except never, right? Yeah.
Except never.
Some point, someday.
Yeah, these things go on for years. Like I have tons of projects that are just like years
Like
long.
what projects?
Stuff usually related to video games. Like yeah, one of them is just like to kind of help you like calculate your damage output in the game better.
Mm.
So it's like a lot of math,
Win.
which is exciting. It's fun, but at the same time, it's like I know I have a lot of things to do before I'm at the end of it, and so that just like is in my head.
It like
and just, like,
overwhelms you.
a little bit, yeah.
That's why apparently you're supposed to just do like set a little goal. So instead of like
Yeah, it
the
kind of
classic
doesn't
is like I'm
matter at the same time. Like it's more like something that is there if I want it in the moment, but most of the time I don't. So
well, so that's that.
that's that.
I mean I definitely procrastinate with like cleaning. Trying to be better here at this new house versus my old. Where my friend called out that there's mold in my coffee carafe.
Oh, good.
I've tried to beat that. Doesn't happen here. But I will take my time just because it's not the most fun. Or like the yard work again now that that's back. Stuff I just generally don't want to do that's like very adult-ish. Like, not pay a bill because I just end up wanting to pay those on time. But all this stuff is like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be boring. I don't usually do it.
I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay bills. Like I put everything on auto pay, but there's like the few things, I don't know, random like medical bills that come through the mail, right? That aren't on auto pay. Those I stack up because I just,
Oh, really?
it's
Those you might
like,
want to check, especially medical in America.
I should probably check.
Yeah, you're like, I owe
Actually,
$5 million.
I might to the hospital that delivered my child.
Yeah. I think the average rate, because we have a great health, system, is like 200,000 minimum. I think for like those visits, I could be completely off.
I think the total was about 50,000. And they sent me two bills, which I was confused about at first, but one is for
like
mom and one is for Henry. Because
Nice.
they bill for like everything that they like. If they take him away to the nursery, for example, anything that they do in the nursery, they bill you for, but they bill it to like him.
Yeah, isn't it nice when you're born, you're billed right away?
Yeah, you just get.
It's like welcome to America.
Yeah, here's a
welcome to humanity.
$6,000 bill for like being
Sorry,
born.
You're born.
Yeah.
Deal with it. No, that makes sense. But we didn't procrastinate this because you wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, true.
When I was a kid, what did I want to be when I grew up?
Mm. Oh wait, I feel like I know this. I know this. An actor.
Yes, that's the broad way of putting it, but no pun intended, Broadway, but broad spaceway.
Broadway.
Just the dad jokes. They're on this side. Pick these up. Yeah, I wanted to be a talk show host. That was like the backup, which is what's funny in my
Right.
mind, even though that would be like a very huge deal on its
Yeah, yeah.
own. And then I wanted to be in a sitcom. And look at this, living the dream, doing both in a unique way where I'm not paid for it at all, and barely anyone notices.
Well, you get some like ad revenue, right? Or
No ad revenue, but I do get some views
there you go.
on both. So yeah, I was talk show host slash sitcom star and living it through YouTube.
Yeah.
For you, I know we talked about this. At 13, you already figured out you wanted to be in
Mm.
computer science and programming.
Yeah, that's boring. What was before that?
I don't know, you were younger then. You're very young. So I'm just gonna go with like fireman, which is I know very boring, but
No. But what I wanted to be is a
please.
lot more hands-on than what I do now. Yeah, I don't think you'll guess this. It's not like a
Mechanic.
standard.
Not
No.
mechanic, no. I have no idea.
I wanted to be a storm chaser.
Ah. Would
So I
never have guessed
would
that.
I've watched Twister maybe like 60 times,
Wow. Okay.
and I would like envy the storm chasers as they're chasing after these like tornadoes. I would watch this is really weird. I would watch videos of like big hurricanes, like Katrina, even like I would just watch videos of people like in Katrina and kind of wish I was there. Like a really weird like sense of like I don't want
Yeah, that is
to
a weird thing. Yeah.
I don't want to be put in danger, obviously, but I just liked witnessing like I don't know the power that these storms had, and I just wanted to like chase after it. So for a long time, like I mean, up until like 12 or 13, that was what I was gonna do. I was like, I'm gonna be a meteorologist. I'm gonna like chase storms, despite like my mom telling me not to do it. And then
Yeah.
I had a science teacher. I think it was probably like eighth grade, who I told all these plans to, and she immediately told me, "Yeah, don't do that because there's no money in it, and
Oh, it's
you're
yeah,
gonna
very
need the yeah."
practical.
Yeah, she's like, you won't
Pretty
enjoy
trade.
not making any money chasing after storms. Like the only money you get is from government grants, and they're like few and far between. So she just kind of
Wow,
killed
she
my
really
dream
just
then.
that
Yeah,
was quickly killed. And was it like a flip of a switch? Like, well,
kind of.
computers is where it's at.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
already interested in computers. It was one of those things where maybe at that time it might have been a toss up, and I was just like, okay, well, and I was like, oh, it could always be a hobby. Like who on the side is like, let me go chase this tornado. Honestly, it's like super dangerous. I'd never do it. Like now that
Yeah,
I'm
it's funny
an
that you
adult and
right.
can realize danger in a
Right.
way, it's not for
I think
me.
wasn't that the lesson of Twister too? I mean, they
I
never
think
quite
so. Yeah, like
got to it,
don't.
and
Yeah,
like, yeah, it's not a good idea. But
not a good
you're
idea. But
young-minded, like I want to do this.
I do still love thunderstorms. Like when big thunderstorms come through,
Mm.
cracks of lightning. Like I love just watching it.
Well, there you get to kind of live it again too, slightly.
Yeah, a little bit.
Watching lightning. Okay, we got that. I mean, you got mine way more right. I never would have guessed that for you. Let's just. I had so many questions, but we'll just do a few more. There's
Okay.
like a ton. Let's not go with that. Oh, this segue again. I need a little segue. The actual thing. Um, what subject was I best at in high school? I wasn't bad. I don't know why I'm laughing, but I actually got. I mean, I got good. Not actually. I got good grades in high school, but
I know what subject you're not best at.
yes.
I'm pretty sure you did not like and was not good at math.
So I would. So here's the thing with math. Well, math, which I can't even say. I don't like math. That is true. But I was actually decent at it. It was just a real
Oh,
push to be. Like, it
okay.
didn't come naturally. But I went all the way through calculus, which
There
at
you
the
go.
time was like that's that was like as far as you can get in high school. I think they
Right.
probably changed it since then. But no, I made it through. I hated
There you go.
trig, but no, I'm not a fan. So you're completely right. But now,
Yeah.
more importantly, what was I best at?
Um, let me think. I mean, probably English.
So
Like,
I
I think you're
actually,
great with
yeah.
communication, so I would just assume that English is.
Oh, that is so nice of you.
Yeah. You're a
English,
communications major, so
I was. It's good you remembered that.
yeah.
English, I did well in, but I didn't do honors or anything. I
Okay.
think I'd have to actually go with history, U.S. history.
History. Oh yeah. Okay.
One
That
AP
makes
test
sense.
I got a 5 on,
Yeah.
and it just kind of came naturally. So
I
I've always
honestly
liked
was
history, so
trying
yeah.
to think of the other subjects because
No,
I forgot history existed.
which I could see you
You can
forgetting in
tell
general.
what I
Yeah.
got seasoned just to
So
get my
I was about,
degrees. Yeah.
so I was gonna flip this around and say you and I are so opposite.
Yep.
You were probably very good at math and science, and you did
Yep.
mention your science teacher, which were subjects I didn't do poorly in, but they were not my favorite at
Yeah.
all.
Those are all I
I'm
wanted to
guessing,
spend
yeah,
time in. And then history and English were
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say history.
however I could
Which
get
you
through them.
didn't like. Did you read the books in English, or did you
No,
just
absolutely not. There,
Cliff
I mean,
Notes, or you just looked it up
maybe
online? Maybe
sometimes,
because
yeah.
yeah.
So my favorite story of this is when I was in 12th grade. I had this English teacher. I'm gonna use a phrase I just learned from a Texan last week. Bless her heart,
Mm-hmm.
but she was dumber than a box of rocks, right? Like anyone, she just let people walk all over her. And in
That's
12th
great.
grade, like the class is getting a little bit rowdy and just it was like basic. It wasn't like honors or anything, right? There would be times when like a kid would stand up in class, like the class clown would stand up and just while she's trying to teach in the beginning of the class, he'll just stand up in front of her and say, we're not doing English today, so everyone just head out. And everyone just leave the class and she had no
Wow.
control. So I
Jeez,
took
that's
advantage
fun.
of the situation. Poor or like
Yeah,
I guess, yeah. And we had to, I think it was Beowulf. We had to read Beowulf.
I've never read that, but yeah, I've never read that one.
And we had to draw, well, it's not art class, but we had to draw like some scene from it and then present it to the class. Well, I didn't read Beowulf. And I wasn't even, I think it was there for the movie day. That's my closest understanding of Beowulf. And what I did is I went home, I went Google search, Beowulf scene. That was pretty much all I typed in. First image from Google search was like animated from the movie. I was like, great, I'll just print this out. So I just printed out the picture and present this as if I made it in like some graphics editor, but she didn't know what she didn't know what that was. So I just told her I made it in like Microsoft Paint, which you clearly couldn't do. But anyway, so I stood up in front of the class and I'm holding this picture. Everyone's laughing because they know I just printed this out and I did not draw this. But she was like, did you draw this? I was like, yeah, I made it and whatever. And she's like, okay. And I started continuing on telling her the story of the scene. Well, she stops me halfway through because everyone else is laughing. And she's like, that didn't happen in the book. And I was like, oh, I did. And she was like, that was from the movie. But I was telling the story about how like the dragon was Beowulf's son. And that was not part of the plot of the book. So then she was just like, just sit down. And everyone's cracking up. I'm like, oh, I totally failed this. She gave me a C. She gave me a 70 on that assignment.
Wow.
Everyone else like spent time reading the book. Yeah.
Right.
I just printed out a picture. I stood up in front of the class for like a minute and told some BS
How is that
story.
not your most embarrassing story?
I was not embarrassed. I was proud that I did almost no work and got a 70 out of it. Like that was what I needed.
Good teaching right there.
Yeah.
C's
get degrees, man. That's
what they say. Do you remember what's the last book you've read?
Fully? I can't remember. I've started a lot of books.
Honestly, start them.
Yeah, I've started reading maybe about a month ago a new book about space. It's about string theory.
Yes, familiar. Parallel universes.
Yeah, so just learning how string theory unifies the general theory of relativity and quantum physics. I'm just like super fascinated.
It's the science again. No, but if you're interested, you're interested. That does say there's a parallel universe, right? Where there's like you and I
think so. I haven't gotten enough. Universe as different people.
Isn't that what string theory is?
Well, the string theory at a very basic level is just saying that, you know how like we think that atoms, well, generally quarks, but atoms used to be like the smallest thing that we knew. Like you could break it down at an atom, you couldn't break it down further. And then it was like protons and neutrons, and you couldn't break that down further. and then it's quarks.
Hmm.
But what string
Okay.
theory is saying is that even smaller than quarks, everything is made up of a vibrating string, like a circled string thing that like vibrates.
Okay.
And the argument is they build up from that to say how, because right now quantum mechanics and the general theory of relativity that Einstein worked on, those two
Right.
are they're incompatible. They both can't be true
Okay.
according to modern like known science. So this is supposed to unify both those theories and say yes, they both can be if this is true. So
Interesting. So they might both be true after all.
yeah,
I don't know
I
about
think
theories.
yeah,
Yeah.
multiverse stuff. I think that might be implied by it. I'm not sure. I think they talk about it in this book, so maybe I should go back and read it.
Or finish it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not. Let's see. We'll do one last question. What's a good one here? I don't know these. Okay, well, we already answered this. Now we know. We know this one. What class did I hate the most in high school? We got that covered.
Yeah.
This is a good one to end on because it just is a great one to end on. Would I get completely naked right now for $1,000? Yes or no?
Since you're in charge of editing the video and you could
Yeah.
edit that out, I'd say yes.
I would.
I think so.
Not for 1,000. I would do it for $1 million. All right, that's pretty.
But look,
Talk about
hold
embarrassing
on.
moment.
Think about this situation right now.
Oh,
I
'cause
can
it's just you and
only
me.
see, yeah, like right now, I
You're
can
right.
only see
It would, yeah. It would
the
just be
middle
like
of your
the
chest and
viewers.
up,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you can even cut this out for the video. So like it
Well,
really
then you know
would
what?
just be
Will you give
me.
me $1,000?
No, I'm not giving you $1,000. I just talked you into it.
Would you? Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Absolutely yes.
Yeah, because you're saying the same thing. It'd just be
Yeah.
like shoulders.
Yeah, I'd probably do it
Um,
if I was standing up.
I can see you doing it from some of your stories. You told me that. I won't put on this, but I'll remind you when we're done recording. That's good to know. Well, great. I'm glad we talked about that, and now we can keep this in mind next time we see each other.
Yeah.
Great
Except
weird ending.
I'm not bringing $1,000 with me. So
Oh,
he's like $20.
$20, yeah, 20, 100. Well, thank you for doing that. Now, do you feel like you know me better? I feel like I know you better, so that's the important thing.
Sure.
No, you don't. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Feel like
I'm
enough.
gonna forget all the
You
answers
are.
to this in
Do you
5 minutes.
know? Like, you don't have to say the date anyway, but do you know when my birthday is? What the month? This is our last question that I didn't even pull.
See,
Yes,
all I'm
go.
gonna say
Excuses, yeah.
is that I'm so bad with birthdays that I put everybody's in my calendar, and
Mhm.
that reminds me. So that I
You do.
reach out
You
to
actually
them.
are good about you text me on it,
Yeah.
which is very nice.
Because I get a little 9:00 a.m. I
Yep.
get a little reminder.
It's good. I still depend on Facebook for it, and I should do what you do. Because sometimes I'll see the email late. I still get the email notification because
Yeah.
part of being like,
I forgot
60
people
years
use
old.
Facebook still.
Yeah, I know. It's not ideal. The way I do
I
it.
deleted. Actually, you probably have. I've deleted my account. Like,
Oh, it's
couple years
completely
ago.
done.
It's
Okay.
just deleted, erased. I don't
From
exist.
existence. I mainly still tied to it for the most part because of Instagram, and I'm a big
Yeah.
influencer on Instagram, so I have to.
Of course.
I don't want
naturally.
to let my followers down. So
Yeah. Shoot, I'm
yeah.
dodging the question, aren't I? I'm just gonna throw a month out there. I'm gonna say June,
You're very close, but you're wrong.
July.
July.
Yeah. Honestly, July was my second pick.
Yeah.
I knew it was summer, but I couldn't remember.
You got it roughly there. But
And I have no clue on the day.
we'll let your calendar tell you this year because
Yeah.
I hope I get
Hold
a text that day.
Let's see if I can find it. July 15th.
Correct. You got it.
It's right here. John Brandt's birthday.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Big Daddy, the movie?
Don't think so.
Apparently, that's the kid's birthday.
July 15th.
Not that that's that uncommon, but in the movie, like July 15th. I spit when I said that.
Have you heard of the birthday paradox?
No. Yeah, is this where 1 in every 30 people have your birthday?
Yeah.
Gonna
It's like the
have. I didn't know it's
probability
called that.
that in a group of 30 people, the
Right,
probability that two people have the same birthday is like very high.
right. That's why in a classroom, it's not, like I
Yeah.
used to be like, "Whoa, you have the
Yeah.
same birthday as me," but
I
it's
know.
not that
Yeah.
big of a deal. Yours. Give me a second. November.
Yes.
See, at least I got the month right. Better friend. 10th,
No.
7th,
Nope.
14th.
No.
Okay, what is it? I completely lost.
25th.
25th. You know, I remember November. Honestly, is I get the memory usually that day when we went to Golfland and it was super cloudy.
Oh,
And then
okay.
there's like us at Golfland, like Kevin and Chris. Do you remember this? No. If I'm
Maybe.
creative enough,
If
I'll be
I
too late.
if I
Yeah,
see a
yeah.
picture, I'd probably remember the
I was about
picture.
to say I'll probably be too lazy to do this. I just know
Yeah.
me when I edit this, but I should put a picture now
Right now.
so you could refer to this later. But we'll see if I even did that. Procrastination. Uh, but yeah, we that's how I remember November. It always pops up.
Got
It
it.
was super gloomy that day, which is rare for the Bay Area, like extra, just like gloomy.
Yeah.
So your November birthday. I
Yeah.
remember.
Well, the easy way to remember it, at least in the right week, is that I was born on Thanksgiving.
Ah, right. And you actually were the year you were born.
Yep. It was Thanksgiving Day.
It's crazy because like I was like out there as like a 10-year-old at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Did you feel like did your mom say you ruined Thanksgiving?
She said that, yeah. She's like,
Like,
she missed out on turkey, and apparently that was a big deal for her. So
and it's hard to share a birthday with a holiday, right? Like I know people who have kids Christmas Day
yeah,
and
Christmas
you're
is
sharing.
bad.
Yeah,
That's bad. Mine a little less bad, especially since it moved around a little bit. Right.
right.
It's
There's
just
like the
the
odds it could not
third
fall.
Thursday or something. I don't know,
Right.
or last Thursday. But yeah, people. My mom would just. I don't know if she forgot about my birthday a lot, but she just wouldn't plan anything. You know what I mean? Like it was more
Nice.
like,
That's
oh,
great.
well, everybody's getting together for Thanksgiving, so let's
This is
just tack
easy.
on. Yeah.
So she should have loved that then.
Oh, she loved it. It
From
didn't
like a
make me feel
lazy.
very special.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's probably a lot to unpack here, actually.
probably a
Save this
lot.
for
Yeah.
another, another
I think
episode.
we've talked probably throughout like our
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we've talked a lot about my relationship with my parents.
Yeah. Right. We have. It's interesting to put it nicely.
It's there's a lot there. There's
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah. There is. Go back. I again, this is just one person, but my uncle Mike liked that. He specifically called that out. So
Oh
yeah,
my
when he talked
yeah.
about that, yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's unique, I'd say.
yes, very. We'll continue it at some point. We'll go into a little bit
It'll
more
just
about
keep
it.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's
Honestly,
probably like a lot to say.
yeah. I mean, I have a therapist now, so
That's good.
I'm not gonna keep paying you for these sessions anymore. That I just keep,
I
talking
like
about
putting
my.
this out there, but
Okay.
do you actually have one?
I do, yeah.
That's good. When did you start going?
Mm, I'd say in February this year, so a
Okay.
few months ago.
Yeah.
Basically, before I was gonna be a dad, I think I really wanted to like I know that I'm addicted to video games, and I know that's like a really big part of my life. I don't want to cut them out completely, but I also
Right.
want to not. I don't want to have that like stand in the way of me being a good parent. And so, it's been great to just like talk through that
That's good.
and how to manage it better. So
The video games, interestingly, is like the dopamine hits
it is.
that you get.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
for me,
accomplishment, like throughout the whole
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
for me, it's a very like, I mean, it's very trained over the years since I've played video games like all my life. And I think it's just like, because of that, it's forced my brain into this like fast twitch environment where if I have to sit there basically
Yeah.
and almost like do nothing or maybe like relax for a bit, my brain goes nuts, right? I just kind of like jump to things that I can plan, like logically
I,
work through, solve problems or whatever.
right.
I can't just like sit there with no, I don't know, stimulation, basically.
Mm. You need a little zen. I've been reading Zen books. You need a
Yeah.
little zen in your life,
Yeah.
which is
I
hard
mean, if
for
I could
everyone. Yeah.
meditate, I mean, I've thought
I'm
about like learning to meditate.
I'm bad at it too. the thoughts. But that's the point. Like they just race and race and race. And I think not even with video games, but I check my phone way too much.
Yeah.
So it's not just you. I think I'm just even with like the TV on. Sometimes I have the laptop open
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm checking my phone. So it is hard to just sit and enjoy like
Yeah.
a time.
I think
So
that's true for a lot of people now. It's just like,
right. The attention span's bad.
yeah, growing up with these things probably wasn't like, you know, almost unfettered access to like social media and just like constant like, you know, stuff online. I think it's changed people's brains physically.
It
Like we're gonna
has.
try to limit. I see a lot of people like throw tablets in front of their 2-year-olds because it
Right.
keeps them quiet. We're really gonna try to limit that. I know it's hard, like when they're screaming their head off and you're really just trying to like buy something at the grocery store. I get it.
Yeah.
But
You're
I
gonna give it a
think
shot though.
we'll give it a shot. At least try
Yeah.
to limit. Like I've heard limiting is a really good way, like time based, you know, only an hour a day or less can really
That
help.
seems like a good approach for like adults too. Just try to
Yeah,
limit your
honestly.
screen
Yeah.
time. And I mean I do the same with social media now too, just as a side note, just because of the FOMO I get with Instagram. Even though
Yeah.
I am an influencer, as I said. I mean, I'm talking, there's like I've got like hundreds of followers.
Hundreds.
I can't check it that often too. I check it here and there, but between the like the need to check it and then also what it does to you, because you're like, these people are having fun. This is I have
Yeah,
to keep reminding myself it's a highlight reel. Like not everyone is happy
exactly.
all the time, but I think everyone likes to portray they have the best life and they're happy all the time.
Yeah,
But
because
that's
I
just
mean, you don't want to
such a
like
lie.
post when you're like feeling terrible and crappy one day. You just spend the whole day on the couch. Like you're not
Well, I
gonna
feel like
post like
more of that would I'm so scared to do that, but I feel like more of that would help people. It's
probably.
reality.
Yeah,
Because then you go, oh my God, that was me too, actually. Like,
especially celebrities, right? Like I think people idolize celebrities a lot of times because again, they're seeing like the best of their
no,
life,
it's
but they
the
don't
like,
see all of the stuff that they deal with on a daily basis that are like
right.
pretty terrible. I'd never want
Yeah.
to be a celebrity ever, ever. Like I don't
Well,
want to
you're
be
lucky.
known.
You will never be on this channel. So don't worry. It's very true though. I think if you're that level of celebrity, it's just you're like under the microscope all the time. But I think even just generally, people still post. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. The times I post on Instagram, it's like for like the main post, it's all that like I'm here and it's just
Yeah,
like happy things versus the reality of the day to day.
right,
You have to
right.
like remember that.
Yeah.
But yes, people have less attention spans now. But look, you talked to me for a whole like I don't even know how long this has been. It doesn't tell me the time. You talked to me for a while.
At least an hour. I mean, I don't have a problem. Like I love talking to people face to face. I'm terrible with like texting or
Yeah, me
calling
too.
somebody. Like
You
it's
are bad
tough
at
for me.
calling.
I'm very bad
I've
at
called
like,
you once, and
yeah.
you're not bad, but you're definitely not like stellar on the phone. Because sometimes I call people when I go for walks, because
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I'm like, because this is like you shouldn't joke about this, but it's like it's someone to talk to, which is sad in a way. But it was at least like because I have to call someone. Not I have to, but it helps with making the walk go by faster. So I called you once, and it really threw you off. Do you remember? You're
I
just
don't
very thrown off.
remember.
Like, what do I do with this? You were fine, but like, it's just not your
I might
natural
have
thing you do.
I
Yeah,
might have been in the middle of something too. But yeah, I mean
yeah.
face to face is my preferred. That's why
Well, yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
like social media at all. I mean, I don't have any
Mm.
social media accounts anymore.
Well, I
But
don't like the back and forth of like, especially just messaging each other and I don't
yeah.
know. But with my
Yeah.
Instagram as an influencer, what I try to influence is like going hiking in the nature parks I like, and
Yeah.
it's like, well, I like showing this, but I also don't want people to feel like, oh, I'm not there. 'Cause I feel that sometimes when I check those. So
Right.
just
Right.
balance it.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, thank you for doing this. I miss you so much.
Yeah, miss you too. We'll have
Thank
to,
you.
I was just gonna say, meet up, I guess, in Portland.
I know. Come up here.
Yeah.
I'll be like in the Bay sometime still, so you should let me know if you're down there. Like I'll be there
Okay. Yeah.
a decent amount
Yeah. I
too.
think once I get back to work and once like travel starts picking up for the company a little bit
Mhm.
more, I definitely need to go to the Bay because now my whole team is based there.
Okay, so so maybe one of the times we'll align. But yeah, please come out here. Tons of trails,
Yeah.
like I said.
I told
You
you
can
I'm
try
working for
Burgerville.
YouTube now, right?
No,
Really?
no, you didn't. I don't think.
Because I made that move in January, so before I
I
went out on
forget.
pat leave.
Save this, hold this thought, and we'll continue it as I close
Okay.
this out because I have a
Okay.
question about that. But anyway, thanks for watching. You will not be famous after this, so never fear. And
Thank you. Appreciate that.
comment below, especially Uncle Mike if you're watching. Your
Yeah.
favorite
Shout
part.
out to
Let us
Uncle
know.
Mike.
Yeah, he's my best viewer for sure. But see you next time. Don't hang up. You.